Hello and welcome in to News Leader 9 Saturday morning. I'm Dylan Seymore.
Jason, voters can expect to get some answers regarding where each presidential candidate stands when it comes to immigration, inflation, and even women's reproductive rights.
Although the work is just beginning, they're excited to be able to serve the community and their furry friends. Many people know the feeling of having that first alcoholic beverage. It takes the edge off, it relaxes you, but if you plan on driving after having a few rounds, it's important to have self-control and awareness. What starts off in the comfort of your own home could lead you somewhere you don't want to be. You see a price slashed on Amazon, so you add them to your cart, but is it really a good deal? In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa speaks with a shopping expert to find out how to put Amazon's artificial intelligence features called Rufus to work for you.
Today I got Mr. Colin with me. Now, Colin, are you kind of ready to do some snow angels?
Sure.
All right, let's get to it, man. Let's do it. Oh, I can't get up like I used to. I thought it was a little bit better than that. But reporting from Eufaula, I'm Dylan Seymore for WTVM News Leader 9.
All right, Dylan, that brings back so many memories from my days living in Ohio. But you're going to let him show you up with the snow angels, really? Oh, now it's a snowball fight. All right, then. I'm glad you all are having a good time.
I talked with the staff at Jimmy Carter's National Historic Park, and they say they've been planning these events since Carter's 99th birthday. They say these events are not only great for Carter, but for the park as well. And the wrongful death lawsuit related to KJ Starks in Birmingham will go to trial in October of 2026. Now, the 3-year-old KJ died July 22nd after being left in a hot car for more than 5 hours. He was supposed to be driven back to a daycare after a visit with a relative. Now, attorneys for his family filed a lawsuit against multiple departments of human resource employees and their co-defendant, claiming Keila Stanford picked up food and then went to another store while leaving KJ in his car seat. The suit named Stanford Convenience Services, the company hired by DHR, and several other DHR workers. Motions to dismiss parties from the lawsuits were denied.
Well, after 6 days of testimony from an estimated 40 law enforcement, medical examiners, and witnesses, the jury in the Stacey Gray murder trial is deliberating to determine his fate. Gray is accused of kidnapping, raping, and murdering 25-year-old Renee Eldridge on July 4th of 2015. News 9's Dylan Seymore is live tonight in Uptown Columbus at the Government Center, where the jury is now deliberating. So, Dylan, what more can you tell us about those closing statements in court today?
Yeah, Barbara, both the defense and prosecution made their case to the jury as to why they should find Stacey Gray innocent or guilty. Now, closing arguments wrapped roughly 3 hours ago, and now the jury is deliberating until they can come to a verdict.
Truth is that Stacey Gray murdered his girlfriend's daughter, Renee Eldridge, on July 4th of 2015.
There were other men at the club. I asked one of the witnesses, what were y'all doing? They were like socializing, talking. Stacey Gray is not the only person who could have gone to that house.
District Attorney Don Kelly and Defense Attorney Angela Dillon are referring to a death investigation where allegedly Stacey Gray kidnapped, raped, and murdered Renee Eldridge on the morning of July 4th, 2015. Throughout the 6-day trial, the prosecution said Gray broke into Eldridge's home, waited for her to enter the home to rape and kill her. However, after the prosecution rested its case, the defense attorney motioned to have the murder charges dropped because she believed they pointed no evidence to Gray killing Eldridge or even a cause of death.
There's no evidence of murder in the home. What we had was the ME said that there's no cause of death, or we couldn't determine the cause of death. That it was just homicidal violence.
District Attorney Don Kelly believes DNA evidence does not lie. He says the DNA was positive in 2 rape kits which belonged to Stacey Gray, one in 2014 when she was raped, as well as a rape kit performed after she was found dead. He says Gray's DNA was found under Eldridge's fingernail after she was found laying in the creek.
Major component of these partial genetic traits and the DNA profile of Stacey DeMar Gray match. There is no explanation for this other than Stacey Gray is the person who perpetrated this crime.
For over 3 decades, one family has been camping out for Auburn football. This year, they're combining their love for the Tigers with their holiday feast, all leading up to the Iron Bowl. News Leader 9's Dylan Seymore was on the plains today and has their story.
Thanksgiving is a day where family and friends gather to show their appreciation for the little things in life. But with one of the biggest college rivalry football games just days away in the annual Iron Bowl match, the Woods family has decided to celebrate Thanksgiving in front of Jordan-Hare Stadium.
We've never done it before, and we just decided this year that let's just have Thanksgiving out at the RV.
What better place could you do Thanksgiving than in Auburn on Iron Bowl weekend?
The Wood family says they've been camping out for Auburn football games for the last 33 years. They say this year they got the idea to have Thanksgiving while also preparing for the Iron Bowl, an annual game between Auburn and Alabama.
We'll have 4 generations of my family here, my parents and me and my kids and my grandkids, all here on Saturday, tailgating and getting ready to go to this game.
I grew up on the Auburn Creed, so to be able to see people who care so much about that come here and join together and celebrate a sport that we all love so much, I mean, there's nothing like it.
Preparing for Thanksgiving was not easy. The family had to prepare most of the food at home in Mobile and then bring it to Auburn. They say they were able to deep fry a turkey outside of their RV when they got to their tailgating destination, as well as use a griddle for other meals between now and Sunday. They say the preparation for Thanksgiving took a lot of work, but they would not hesitate to do it all over again.
Very thankful that Auburn let us come in and do this early because, well, otherwise we'd just be in a house like everybody else. And instead we're out here in the sunshine. I would vote to come back and do this again in 2 years.
Our whole family is Auburn. Everything we have, we owe to this university. So I'm happy to be here. Do I want to win Saturday? Heck yeah, I do. Will I be here if we don't? Yeah, I will.
According to the latest research, African-American pilots make up less than 3% of all pilots in the United States. Last month, a senior at Rainey McCullers School of the Arts in Columbus became one of the youngest African-American pilots in America. News at 9's Dylan Seymore is live tonight from Rainey McCullers, where the young pilot is set to graduate tonight. So Dylan, becoming a pilot at the age of 17, that is quite a major accomplishment.
Barbara, you're right. This student is looking to graduate with a 3.6 GPA, a private pilot license, alongside with a background in music. Despite one thing holding him back, he's always found a way to defy the odds.
He first came to us and said that he wanted to get his private pilot license. And we thought, oh, you don't need that right now. You're going to get that at Middle Georgia State. But he kept pressing, I want to do it now.
Jabari Leak says his passion for aviation started during a What Do You Want to Do When You Grow Up project in 9th grade.
Just being a little kid, I'm thinking, okay, whatever makes a lot of money, and I just chose aviation. But the more I go into it, I'm going out of my way to look at YouTube videos for it, I'm reading newspapers about it, and I'm starting to get more and more of a passion for aviation.
Jabari's passion for flying started in 9th grade, but his determination for defying the odds started before he was born. Jabari was born with one leg shorter than the other.
Well, I found out when he was in the womb that his measurements were off on the right thigh. So when we found that out, we went to Atlanta to try to see what we can do with that, how we were going to fix that. And they told us amputation. And of course, amputation was not an option.
During a search for answers, Jabari's mother, Tasha Leak, found a doctor who specializes in limb growth. Jabari has had at least a dozen surgeries due to his right leg not growing at the same pace as the left.
He would break the bone, the right femur bone, pull it apart, and then the bone would regrow itself, and that's how the limb lengthenings would carry out.
Julian Leak, Jabari's father, says despite the discrepancy, he always told Jabari he could do great things.
We just wanted to instill in him the fact that God may place a challenge on you, but that challenge is not meant to curse you. It's meant to make you strong.
Jabari's mother and father encourages parents to always try to listen to their kids.
Always, always listen to your child, because if we had not listened to Jabari telling us, I want to do this, he never would have gotten a private pilot license.
Water your child's potential. I don't care if they're 1 or 2. Tell them you're great, you're awesome, you're beautiful, you're fantastic. You can do anything.
Barbara, Jabari plans to pursue aviation at Middle Georgia State.
Reporting live from Columbus, Dylan Seymore, WTVM News Leader 9.
That is very impressive, and certainly we're wishing him all the best.